4G, San Francisco Bay Area, California. Aloha. As everyone knows by now, there was a submarine, a submersible, that went to the North Atlantic Ocean to explore the Titanic site. And we just found out today that the submersible imploded. None of the passengers on that vessel survived. First off, I just wanted to say my condolences are for the families of that tragic incident. Prayers go out to them. That must have been the scariest thing for those to experience. I can't even imagine going through that. And I can't even imagine being a family member of someone that was lost on that particular that incident. The amount of support that this had garnered was pretty unbelievable, with different countries pitching in, private companies offering their rescue supplies in order to save these men. And the reason it was so fascinating, of course, was because there were very wealthy people that were involved in this. Either way, it was a tragedy, and my condolences go out to the family members. We could start with the obvious, the fact that there needed to be just more with this equipment. There needed to be more security measures. There needed to be more funding. There needed to be more safety protocols, just fine-tuning and polishing of everything with this company so that people could get down there safely and come up alive. That goes without saying. I just wanted to say this in regards to that whole incident. And what I have to say, there's a lot of people that might not agree with what I'm going to say. In my own personal opinion, I believe that the idea of taking inquisitive, wealthy men that want to explore the bottom of the ocean to see sites such as the Titanic, I believe that that is a brilliant idea. I say that because I honestly think that amazing things happen when we push the boundaries, when we break ground, when we forge new direction and do new things to advance civilization and move us forward. Anybody could start a restaurant, but it takes a certain creative type to come up with an idea that would push us forward as human beings. There was a lot of people that thought that his idea was, a joke, right? They were making fun of him, talking about the control panel on his submersible, talking about it, that it looked like a septic tank, right? It was a lot of different things that they said about this business. But the fact is, nobody else was doing anything like this man. Nobody. So I believe that this man made history because in the future, people are going to be following suit and doing exactly what this man is doing. But by that time, there's going to be more protocols out, more safety measures out, more funding, more opportunity to do what this man is doing and to do it safely. My biggest problem that I have with people of color is that they don't push the boundaries. They don't push the ceiling. They don't do that enough. You got this guy that probably went a little overboard with pushing the boundaries, but people of color don't push the boundaries enough. We stay in our little comfort zone, in our little bubble. If we're going to be a person of any type of influence, of course, we're going to be in entertainment, right? We're going to be comedians, we're going to be actors, basketball players, right? And if we can't do that, guess what we're going to be doing? We're going to be making plates and doing hair, right? And so sometimes that kind of gets to me because we're not innovators, right? We don't make any type of technological advancements to move mankind forward. So that does kind of bother me sometimes. But people a lot of times forget that in order to move mankind forward, sometimes there has to be the sacrifice of human life. People forget that, and it's a very unfortunate thing, and I don't like it any more than anybody else, but it's kind of a reality. Um, Even when we've done space travel, there's been so many people that have attempted to do it and lost their lives. But the outcome is that we're able to get into space. We're able to do things that we've never done before. Even in San Francisco, building the Golden Gate Bridge, there was like 30 people that fell off the bridge while building the bridge. 11 of those 30 people died, right? But the bridge nowadays, it's almost 100 years later, has 40 million people that cross that thing every single year. So, quick story. My mom told me about when she was a little kid in Denver, Colorado. There was an amusement park there. And in the 60s, when she was a little girl, she remembers that the amusement park, the roller coaster fell off the tracks when it got to the top, and everybody died on that coaster. And so she said that she went there, sometime after that happened, and she remembers that the grassy area where the roller coaster fell, there was no grass there. There was just all like a dirt spot. And that just kind of freaked her out a little bit, because it just was a reminder of the fact that people got killed there. So she's kind of a little traumatized by that. But what had happened was, about 25 years later, and she started having kids, she went back to that same amusement park, and they had by then since fixed that roller coaster. And then she made us get on that roller coaster. And we're like, Mom, why are you forcing us to get on this roller coaster? You know what happened to this roller coaster. Why are you making us get on this thing? But roller coasters. In the 60s, there was all wood, right? Roller coasters have came so far since the 60s, right? I mean, they're metal now. They're going up, down, side to side, back, forth. And pretty much dang near could propel you to space, right? So just know that in order to have any type of advancement with mankind, sometimes there is a loss of life, and it's unfortunate, but that's just how things go. Because of this company and this whole situation that transpired, I see nothing but good coming out of it. I see technological research happening. I see a lot of development happening. There's going to probably be companies, the government, probably going to improve their safety measures. They're probably going to come up with new equipment that actually goes that deep, faster, better, to see a little bit more. They're probably going to have a lot of things come out within the next 10 to 20 years because of this incident that happened. Of course, tourism, going underwater to see more things down there, and commercializing it. That's going to be a big thing. And there's a lot of people that says, I see what happened. I don't want no parts of that. I don't want to deal with that. But the fact is, people love living on the edge. They love living on the edge. You got people bungee jumping. You got people skydiving. You got people scuba diving, right? There's people that love to live on the edge. So that type of excitement is always going to be really big with some people, and they will pay big money for that. So even though this whole thing ended in tragedy, I would say that it's not, it wasn't a failure. His mission was not a failure. We learned a lot. Moving forward, it's going to help with a lot of advancement and how, we could save other people, and, with transportation and moving about in the ocean. It's going to be something to see here in the future. So, but I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to, especially people of color, think about this. What are you doing? What are you doing to make this world a better place? What are you doing to advance civilization? What are you doing to take us to the next level, so that we could do things a lot easier, so that our children could actually do what we cannot do? How are you moving us forward? I challenge you to think about that, and I challenge you to really apply everything that you possibly can so that you could, make this world a better place. Again, condolences to the family. Even though it's a tragic loss, I honestly do believe that history had been made. It wasn't a failed mission. We're going to make the best out of it, and we're going to see good things happen from this point forward. Anyways, it's your boy G. I'll holla at you later. Aloha. If this video was of value to you, like, comment, share, subscribe, and as always, it's your boy G. Be blessed. I'll holla at you later. Aloha.